a very good evening to you, and thank you for choosing EBN TV. Welcome to tonight's Prime Edition, it being the first day of November, the year 2023. I do hope all started well for you from wherever you are watching now. Remember, currently the King is in the country, and today has been his second day. And also Matters Education, KCPE and KPSEA exams came to an end early today, with the ministry promising that the results will be out by Christmas this year, just to make sure that parents have enough time to prepare their children before transitioning to the next level. Now, we shall be taking a look on that later on, but remember once again to get in touch with me through our socials at EBN TV and at Sami Adika. Now, on Wednesday, Britain's King Charles III and Queen Camilla began their second day in the country by visiting different places, making stops at Karura Forest, where the King planted a tree in honor of the late Wangari Maathai's legacy. Now, the royal family also paid homage to African World War potters at Karioko Cemetery, where families of freedom fighters were invited and the surviving war veterans gifted for their brave move.
Too many things in my program, and I get more and more behind, so I do apologize. But if I may say so, it's been such a joy to have this opportunity to meet really quite a lot of Kenyans during this visit, and to discover just how things have developed and changed since I was here quite a long time ago, I hate to say. But it has been fascinating to meet all these people, the entrepreneurs, the young entrepreneurs who are doing such remarkable things here, coming up with brilliant ideas, particularly in terms of how to cope with climate change and biodiversity loss, thinking up clever solutions, nature-based and so on. Also how to develop their digital operations, coming up with ingenious ways of helping disabled people with much more affordable wheelchairs and made out of bicycle parts. I mean, quite remarkable. And also, just before I came here this afternoon, a whole lot of young people in the creative sector who contribute an enormous amount as well to Kenya's great success and indeed your reputation around the world. And for me, involved so much with the Commonwealth, I do greatly appreciate the fact, for what it's worth, that Kenya is such a vitally important part of the Commonwealth. It is above all a family of nations, and the important thing, I think, is to retain, if we can, and maintain that family feeling, so often dependent, of course, on shared values and the way parliamentary systems are operated. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you, I hope it isn't too long before I come back again. I may be on a stick by then, but if I may say so, thank you so much for the wonderful welcome you've given me, and for putting up with my fractured Swahili. Anyway, it's been very special. Next time I come back, I'll try and think of some more words I can say. But in the meantime, bless you. Take care of yourselves. I shall be thinking of you. Thank you.
Now, away from that, on Matters Education, as approximately 2.6 million students sat for their KPSEA and KCPE examinations concluded their exams today, Education Ministry has promised to release the results before Christmas. Basic Education Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang noted that they have experienced minimum challenges in this year's exams, while calling on education stakeholders to accord them similar support and ensure that the KCSE exams are also conducted with utmost integrity.
And I want to assure you that we are going in immediately to start marking. I would want to indicate that because of the work that is bending ahead, and our children have to report to school in January, we shall prioritize the marking of KCB so that before we break for Christmas, our parents will have known where their children will have been admitted to.
The exam that we are concluding today, we are sure this is the beginning, but as the PS has said, if you can handle 2.6 million, definitely KCSE should be an easier, so an easy exam to strategize for.
Now, we do hope that the candidates will do well. Now, congratulations to all who were able to sit for the exams and will be transitioning to the next level come January next year. Now, the government has announced that all first-time identification cards applicants will receive Maisha card beginning the 1st of November this year, that is today, in a pilot plan that seeks to introduce digital registration of persons in the country. According to Immigration PS Julius Bitok, those seeking to replace their IDs will also receive the new cards in a bid to test the country's preparedness to handle digital identification cards.
And in addition to that, I'm also happy to note that on the rollout of this, there are some of the things which will automatically go. One of the things that we believe will go is vetting for IDs. This will really create a lot of inclusivity, because there are people in this country who feel they've been marginalized for one reason or another, particularly in the border counties, who are required to go and vet, to queue, to appear before the DCCs around the country. And we believe that when we roll out this effectively, where we capture the details of a child when they are born, and we have their family tree diagram, then there will be no need really to subject those people to vetting, because all the information will be in our databases.
Of course, the bigger context is really service provision, human rights and data governance, and that's the bigger frame. And if we are to go to these international fora and these continental fora with something to offer, then I think we have to make sure that these three elements of quality, essential service provision, leaving nobody behind, human rights that respect everybody's rights regardless of their identity, and also data governance.
The objective of this process is to ensure that we have more secure identification documents that conforms to best international practice. Because the current ID, as we said, and as you are aware, is 28 years old. So even in terms of security, there is need to improve, because things have really changed.
The public, that we have been able to engage with the civil society, we have sought their support, they are in agreement with us on the plans to roll out, and we are working together to ensure that we present to the public a very well thought out, a very comprehensive product called Maisha Number.
It is important that privacy by design is factored or wired into this program to ensure that Kenyans' personal data is protected, that people are able to access the system to get the services that they require, and that no person, no human being, whether they be refugees, foreign nationals or Kenyan citizens, that they are discriminated or excluded.
Now, on matters national dialogue, a stakeholder meeting with the State Department of Housing failed to happen, forcing the National Dialogue Committee co-chairs Kalonzo Musyoka and Kimani Ichung'wah to postpone and merge the meeting with other experts set for Monday next week, and thereafter followed by the drafting of the final report that will be presented to President William Ruto, Raila Odinga, and the two houses of parliament.
Big issue of the cost of living. So we resolved that because today we're supposed to get Minister of Housing to make presentation, but they were not available, so we've agreed that they will join with the Treasury team and the Energy team on Monday, and we're also going to get other experts so that we're not just going to be dealing with implementers of these taxation proposals in order to get a balanced view to enable the work of this committee. We'd want to hear other experts as well. So those ones are going to be, a statement is going to issue for the Kimani is saying.
Economic experts were. And they're even more appraised with local issues than even those in the Bretton Woods institutions. Therefore, since they have not confirmed, we have not scheduled them, since they have not confirmed appearance. As His Excellency has said, by Thursday, we shall now review and consider as a committee all the proposals that will have come to us from all the experts, and thereafter retreat to do the final report. And as His Excellency has said, on or before the 22nd, we expect to give the final report to the principals and also table our report before Parliament, both houses.
Now, still on the same issue, Vihiga County Woman Representative Beatrice Adagala has lauded the bipartisan teams for the progress made so far. Adagala, who insisted on the importance of fully implementing the 2/3 gender role, the creation of the official office of the Leader of Opposition and the office of Prime Cabinet Secretary, also called on Kenyans to rally behind President William Ruto's regime.
Bipartisan talks, wakubali mambo itengenezwe, IBC tuweke in place, mambo ya 2/3 gender ya kina mama iweke in place, ofisi ya Prime Minister ikiwa ni ofisi ya Musalia Mudavadi iwekwe in place. Sina mna hivi? Hizo vitu tatu. Na mimi naona wengine wameanza kutembea hapa kuzunguka kwa matanga wakisema IMF na World Bank wakiingia kwa hii maongeleo watagoma. Watagoma waende wapi? Watagoma waende wapi? Nyinyi mnasema wagome? Sisi tunataka amani Kenya. Na sisi tuna support bipartisan talks, wamalize, waweke hizo vitu tatu nimesema, na sisi tuendelee na maisha yetu. Sina mna hivi? Simulipiga kura kwa amani? Mlipiga kwa fujo? Mkapiga kwa amani na mkaweka William Samoei na mambo ya pombe, drug and substance abuse. Hiyo tumekataa. Mtoto wako akishikwa kwa pombe, usilaumu huyu chief, usilaumu assistant chief, usilaumu ACC. Mimi napenda county commissioner wetu amewaweka hapa assistants wake wote, Lwande Mhaya, Sabati ya Vihiga, Hamisi ameweka makali. Ukipatikana na pombe, hata leo wametoka kwa baraza wamedestroy mitungi 20. Na mimi nawapongeza, muendelee kudestroy kabisa. Hatutaki bangi na pombe haribu watoto wetu. Shule imefunga miezi 3. Sasa tukikubali mapombe hapa na mabangi na nini itakuwa vizuri? Kwanza ACC nakwambia, enda ambia ACC wa Rwanda Mhaya wapi. Kuna wale watu wanatembea kwa masokoni, unaona wamevaa matambara, hao ndio wanauza bangi. Kuna ile kuyumba vile huwa tuliyumba last time. Kura yote ni ya Kenya kwanza. Na hatutabadilika na hatutababaishwa, kwa sababu mnaona last time hata mlikuwa mnaona mkikaa na kina county commission. Si mmekaa na county commission hapa? Hiyo inamaanisha serikali iko ngangari. Tumekuja kuempower vikundi. Mmesikia hii ni Lugaga wa Mluma.
Now drifting away from that and heading to Nyanza, the United Democratic Alliance UDA party has reiterated its plan to conduct the party's grassroots elections as announced earlier. Now, the party's Nyanza region representatives have noted that the party has put in place necessary measures to ensure the elections will be free and fair. Peter Mbogo has said that UDA leadership will open offices in every town in the country as a means to improve its reach.
We're all aware that during the last general elections, the UDA party got overwhelming support, but not everywhere in the county. And we are also aware that come 9th of December, the party will be holding some elections. Unless we'll get fresh directions from the party headquarters, but as it is, the party is preparing to hold some grassroots elections by 9th of December. So we want to assure each and everyone that will be so much balanced, very, very objective, hakuna mapendeleo, and hii maneno ya haki na ukweli itatendeka kwa hii chama cha UDA.
Kwa viongozi wa chama ya UDA na tulikuwa na manifesto ile tuliambia wapiga wetu wa kura na wakakubali kwamba kutukupigia serikali ya UDA kura. Kwa hayo tunasema asante sana kwa members na kwa wapiga kura wote katika nchi yetu ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo tuko na jukumu kama chama, tutafuatilia hao viongozi kuhakikisha ya kwamba ile mambo yote tuliweka kwa manifesto na ile contract tuliweka na wananchi wameisukuma kutoka page 1 mpaka page ya mwisho.
Now heading to Meru County, A section of women leaders from the county, led by Meru County Woman Representative Elizabeth Karambu, have called on the Senate to handle Kawira Mwangaza's impeachment case without favorism. According to the Meru County women leaders, Kawira Mwangaza should be impeached as she failed to lead the county as expected.
There are several reasons why the Meru County women leaders are coming up to talk about this impeachment. She has breached law. She has had a contempt of court, contempt of the county assembly. She lacks integrity and contravening Chapter 6 of the Constitution, which is about integrity. Meru community has always been ready to be led by a competent woman. As a community, we have several women leaders, e.g., CJ, Honorable Madam Kome. We have Professor Kobia and others on this presser around here.
She has been outrageous in employing, and most of the employees she brings are members of her family.
A criminal is a criminal irrespective of gender. We cannot support nepotism.
Yes.
And I'm calling upon the Senate. I want to thank them because yesterday the motion went before them, and I'm sure they will debate, and we want to ask them to look at every item, word for word, sentence for sentence.
Tunaomba tafadhali, angalieni maneno ya Meru, kwa sababu vile tunaendelea, hii Meru County itarudi nyuma badala ya kwenda mbele.
We love every woman. We have the sisterly love. We have signed something that we agree on, and we love Governor Kawira Mwangaza, but she has become a difficult thing to herself, pure drama.
Our governor cannot see eye to eye with any member of parliament. The bad blood is too much created by her herself and nobody else.
We want to say that if Kawira Mwangaza was a performer, the people of Meru could not be complaining today. Kawira has failed. Kawira cannot deliver sustainable development.
Now on matters health, residents of Siaya County have today been urged to give hope to cancer patients so as to reduce the rate of mortality. Siaya County First Lady Betty Orengo earlier on Wednesday led the sensitization campaign on breast cancer to demystify myths and misconceptions about the disease. Toromo Dennis brings to us the detailed story from Siaya County.
Residents of Siaya County have been asked to learn to give hope to cancer patients with a view to reduce mortalities that are related to that ailment.
We are afraid of even our homes breaking down because a cancer diagnosis comes with a lot of financial responsibility.
Siaya Governor James Orengo's spouse, Betty Orengo, says that there is need to enhance awareness and sensitization campaign on cancer to demystify some of the myths and misconceptions surrounding the disease.
And just to emphasize what Mercedes said, there is no wasted opportunity for awareness raising. Now we focus still on continuing screening for cervical cancer, but especially for breast cancer. Or in addition to screening for breast cancer, because it is the biggest cancer killer. It is the biggest incidence of cancer that we have in our country.
Ms. Orengo made the remarks during the close of the breast cancer awareness at Bondo Sub-County Hospital, where the country director of the Male Day Kenya, Ms. Elizabeth Oluoch, stated that the worst mistake that people do is to prescribe death whenever someone is diagnosed with cancer.
It's disease, the kind of support system that you have, and I think that is why I always appreciate community volunteers. Community volunteers are a force to reckon with, because at community level, they're the first people that anybody with a strange health issue will move to.
Ms. Oluoch, who is also a cancer survivor, added that usually kills the cancer patients, hence the need for them to be given hope. Southeast Alego Ward MCA Scholastica Madowa, who attended the function, emphasized on the need of the establishment of the cancer centers across the country to help in the easy management of the treatment of the disease.
Tumeanza kidogo, but we are hopeful, we are sure that we are going to get there, where cancer patients are going to be treated free. Not just free, but the facilities will be there for that treatment to be real. Sio unasema free na ukienda hakuna facilities, hakuna dawa, hakuna mashini, unaambiwa enda Russia, unaambiwa enda Eldoret. We can do it, and we will do it here in Siaya.
She also stated that this will give the cancer patient more hopes because it will also reduce the treatment burden, which has been contributing to high mortality rates. On his part, Siaya County Surgeon Dr. Eric Haomo emphasized on the need of the establishment of the cancer screening centers owing to the huge number of the cancer patients that the region record per year. He also reveals that the statistics indicate that Siaya County record at least 200 new cancer cases per year, reiterating the need of the enhancement of the screening services across the region.
The statistics in Siaya here, we have not done our research very much, but I think we see about 3 advanced breast cancers per month and 3 benign. Benign we mean is a cancer that, well, is not very dangerous, but can turn to be dangerous. And that one we see it in schoolgirls, we see lumps and all that.
Toromo Dennis, EBN TV, Prime Edition.
Now, many thanks to Romo Dennis for that specific report right there. Now, in a bid to promote more women representative and achieving the 2/3 gender parity at the grassroots level, Embu Women MCS are calling for more funding and training that will empower women to climb the leadership ladder. Speaking during a 2-day workshop organized by the UN Women, the Women MCS decried lack of finances and retrogressive cultures. Embu nominated MCA Maureen Nyaga has called on more partnership to encourage women leadership.
So, how do you carry yourself up?
Naitwa Mheshimiwa Maureen Nyaga. Tuko hapa kama waheshimiwa ambao ni wa kike. Tumekuja tumeletwa hapa na uraia na UN Women, tumekuja kusoma ndio tuweze kuendelesha hii jimbo letu la Embu, tuweze kujua yale tunavyofaa kufanya pale mashinani na vile tunafaa kujibeba kama viongozi, na pia kutayarishwa ndio tukaweze kushindania zile viti ambazo zinashindaniwa katika ward level, constituency na county level. Kwa jumla tuko hapa kusoma yale ambaye hatunjui ama hatujaweza kupata, na pia kuongeza yale ambayo tumeweza kupata hapo nyuma. Ningependa kusema kaunti yetu ya Embu ni kaunti ambayo inaonyesha wazi kuna uongozi ya wamama ambayo inaweza endelea vizuri, kama vile mnaona ya kwamba tuko na gavana mama, tuko na waheshimiwa wawili hapa wa wondi ambayo ni wa kike. Kwa hivyo tunataka kusema ya kwamba tumeona wanawake wanaweza ongoza na waongoze vizuri, na katika kazi yao ile wanafanya tutaweza kupata wanawake wengi katika viti za wondi na zingine hapa juu. Sema ya kwamba ndio tuko na challenges ya funding. Sisi kama waheshimiwa ambao wamepewa zile viti za gender top up, nataka kusema sisi hatuna ward fund na hatuna sehemu ambayo imetengwa yetu kufanyia kazi pale mashinani challenges, kwa sababu wale wanaume ambao wanashindana na wao pale mashinani ni wanaume wamejipanga, na wanaume wataweza kufanya kazi usiku na mchana. Sisi kama mama tutafanya kazi mchana, usiku uende ukaangalia.
Now, Murang'a Water and Sewerage Company loses more than 4 million monthly to vandalism and illegal water connections. The company has now launched an operation following increased cases of vandalism and illegal connections that are causing the company revenue loss. Now, Consolata Chibalonza tells us more.
Engineer Daniel Nganga Mwasco MD said just like other utility companies, Mwasco suffers vandalism of its network, which illegal connections are resulting in unbilled water, leading to revenue loss and poor quality service that are denting the image of the company. Speaking in Kiaru Estate of Kiaru constituency, where they nabbed a man for illegal connection in his home and hostels, Nganga said the incidents were on the increase, saying for the last 2 weeks they had nabbed over 10 people who are commercial users and taken them to court. The company said in collaboration with the police and residents, it has increased surveillance and stiffer legal penalties to ensure that they eliminate illegal connections, bypassing of meters and theft of their equipment. He said the millions lost annually would have been used to build new networks and better the services. The MD said they have given illegal consumers amnesty to regularize their connections, or else they go hard on the illegal consumers because its overall impact on the economic activities of the areas where it happens.
Over recent past, we have had cases of vandalism and theft of water, especially among our commercial customers, or people who have hostels, big hostels, and they have a lot of clientele. I must thank the members of the public, my staff who are with me here, and the security team. Were it not for the security team, we would not have arrested this illegal connection that we have seen behind here. This particular customer was very violent. He was even threatening to fight our staff, but I must thank our government and the security team, because we are working together to ensure that we arrest this menace.
Consolata Chibalonza reporting for EBN TV.
Now, the Kenya Forest Service in Kirinyaga County has launched an initiative to register the number of trees planted in the county in a move to contribute to the plan to plant 15 billion trees in 10 years. Now, the county is now planning to plant 7.4 million trees every year, while also taking care of trees that were planted earlier on.
And other partners to plant trees. We have today planted over 2,000 seedlings in this forest, and we will continue working with these partners to make sure that the planting is ongoing. So I want to appeal to the farmers and the people around this block to help us take care of these seedlings, and as we plant the trees also, we also need to take care of the seedlings or the trees that are already here. We are also, as a project and as KTDA Foundation, appealing to our farmers to work with to use improved jikos, energy saving jikos, to make sure that they are using less firewood.
Leo wametutengenezea masomo ya siku ya leo. Tuko na masomo mingi sana siku ya leo. Somo la kwanza ni kupanda miti, na tunasomeshwa about climate change. Kwa hivyo leo ni siku yetu kama wakaaji wa Ngaliama, na tumefurahia Rainforest Alliance kwa kutengeneza hii masomo siku ya leo. So siku ya leo ni siku ya kupanda miti.
Wanafaa kutumia hiyo application, ndio sasa itaonyesha ile kiwango tumepanda katika kaunti yetu. Hii miti ingine tunapanda bila kuweka kwa application hiyo haijulikani, lakini kama siku hii ya leo nime-instruct the forest station manager wa area hii capture ile miti yote tumepanda hapa. Tumepanda almost 2,500 seedling today ya kienyeji, na hii miti ni baadhi ya ile itasaidia kwa kuconserve hii mazingira yetu.
So like today we are in partnership with the Maita Tea Factory, which is around this catchment, to them at affordable price, seedlings that they can plant in their farms that can be intercropped with tea.
Now, that right there from Kirinyaga County marks the end of tonight's EBN Prime Edition. With me, Sami Adika. Many thanks for tuning in. Until next time, do have a lovely night.